Hey guys, welcome to beautiful Utah. We're up here in the Dixie National Forest, I believe this is. Just a beautiful place to camp and spend some time. Absolutely beautiful. A little bit of bugs, a little dusty getting up here. Little rough getting in here too. I'll show you. You could just see the road's kind of above us there. This is why I like having a truck camper. Little bumpy getting in here. And the road coming up, like I said, very dusty. But just look at the view around us. Very, very nice. Some nice camping places here, dispersed camping. There actually is a campground right up the way. It's $5 a night. They only have vault bathrooms, so we decided to take this. This is dispersed camping. This is our little camp spot here. Really nice. Actually, you could see over there, they even have a little, somebody left a little geocache there. I did my part, left a little something in there. A little bit about ourselves. But we got a nice camp ring here, or fire ring rather. I just got a comment. Look how dusty my truck is from getting up here. Unbelievable. You can see it did rain a little bit. Very little. But with that, I want to say what I'm gonna do right now is, it's actually been just over a month since we've been on the road, so I have some other videos to make leading up to this point, but I really wanted to get a 1 month review video of living in our truck camper and explain a few of the things that have happened to us along the way, little problems that we've had. One of them being, you can't see it from here, my truck is so dirty. One thing that happened is we suffered a cracked windshield. I've had to fix 2 of the camper mounts from all the bouncing and bumping around. They just were not holding up the way I thought they would, so I reinforced them the best I could. And since I did that, everything's been really good. My Renogy solar system has been fantastic. It virtually never leaves full charged. It's always fully charged. No matter, I can charge my laptop all the time, our phones, gimbal batteries, anything we want to do. So what I want to do is, we're going to go inside and I'll show everybody how I have things stored, where things are located and whatnot, and just kind of show you the quality of life we've been living. I'm sure some of you guys will probably be pretty interested in how everything works. I also want to mention too, before I put the truck camper on this, I installed a, I believe the name is Pack Brake airbag kit, rear air suspension it has airbags. It cost me, I believe it was $330, and you could see the truck doesn't squat, not a bit. They're rated for 5,000 pounds. The camper weighs 1,200, so we're well within the limits of that. They have been fantastic, even coming up bumpy roads like the one we are on now. We're actually just under 6,000 feet in elevation, so it was a lot of uphill coming up here. Pretty amazing. We actually camped maybe 3 miles down that way before we decided to come up to this campsite, and amazing what a difference we have in the scenery out here. So before we go any further, I'll jump inside and we'll show you how some things are going. All right guys, let's take a walk inside and we'll see how we got everything set up here. Oh. Come on, Jack. Go ahead, Bubba. Mind holding this for me?
Sure.
Alrighty. So, standing back by the door, this is what we got. I'll turn some lights on, get it nice and bright in here. Like I said, hey little buddy, how you doing, Chase? How are you? So, this is kind of how we got things set up on the outside. You know, very simple. Got our 3-burner stove, works well. We do have a furnace, which we've actually gotten a lot of use out of. Works well. I forgot to say one problem we did have. I broke the hand pump on our sink.
Just a couple days in, too. It was so flimsy.
Yeah, we broke that right away. So, you know, we have our fridge here, works good. We have plenty of food in there. It's a little bit messy, you know, that's kind of what happens. You just lose track of how things go in organization, and you know, that's just what it looks like. It's small, you pack it all in there and it works. I do have a thermostat here on the wall. It tells us our temperature, and I actually put the outdoor part of our thermostat, I put it in the fridge so I can monitor how cold it is. It usually stays right around 40 some degrees colder than the outside temperature. It actually got up to around 90 today. So our simple little bed here, underneath it, in a second I'll get into that. I'll lift it up. This is where all our clothes and everything is. We have some dry storage here. This is where we keep our spices, and you know, it's pretty self-explanatory what we got in there. You know, we have all kinds of, we have quinoa, you know, our sugar, we have jelly, syrup. Gotta have Sweet Baby Ray's. Can't live without that. I have my little voltmeter right there. Shows us how we're doing with the solar. Works well. Other storage we have is we keep our pots and pans and other miscellaneous items for cooking and stuff like that under the sink here. We have 2 little slide out drawers. They keep locked with these little latches here. This is where we keep all our kitchen utensils, spatulas, and everything else that we could fit in there. Scissors, my little coffee setup. Underneath, this is just a little junk drawer. I won't really pull this out too much. I do keep my level there handy, so we get ourselves nice and level every time. Okay, Alicia's gonna open up our other little cabinet here, which
It's a lot of all kinds of different stuff. Towels, bathroom stuff, plastic bags. Our water pump's in there for this. We don't use that too much. It's kind of easier to just pour the water out. Band-aids, and then there's still some dry food down there.
Ramen noodles.
Yeah, ramen noodles. We've been using this to clean, and we put a lemon peel in there. It works really good since the sink is kind of hard to wash dishes and stuff. Paper towels and stuff like that in there, toilet paper.
Wet wipes, my coffee, stuff like that. All the good stuff. And then
We have this too. We just keep some food, bread, stuff like that in there.
yeah, usually this is a lot fuller than what it is. We could actually use something a little bit larger. We're actually due to go do some shopping here in the next couple days. Only real thing that we could really like to have, we don't necessarily have like a formal bathroom. We do have, let me see if I can get focused over there. We have a little porta potty set up over there for emergencies. Like I said, there is a vault bathroom somewhat close by, but that has been very handy. It works very well. Let me see if I can get closer to it. This is a simple little porta potty, 235. You know, has a hand pump to flush. You know, whatever. Do what you gotta do. So that gets stored in there. We have our fire extinguisher. Gotta have one of those. And where the dogs are sitting, this does convert out to another bed. We don't really use it much. It just stays kind of how it is, you know, kind of for seating. The book bag here I have hung on the wall, just a simple little hook. I keep my laptop in there, you know, GoPro accessories and a few odds and ends. I actually have this little crate here I mounted to the wall. I have a little bag we keep pens and pencils and stuff in, and then it's basically all our odds and end wires for whatever.
We're sunglasses snobs, so we like sunglasses.
Gotta have the sunglasses. A lot of sun out here. So yeah, that stores just like that. Nothing falls out. I just have a little bungee strap hanging over it. Oh yeah, how could I forget this? This is our little vanity. We have, you know, mirrors. It's not very organized right now, but, you know, everything from, you know, toothpicks, you know, floss, my glasses, my contact solution, stuff for the dogs, all that good stuff, our toothbrushes and everything. It works well.
We had to tape this because we were cutting ourselves. I have a scar there now from that. It was a really bad cut. A little tree.
Yep, brought a little tree along with us. It's been just over a month. It's doing okay. If you look closely, it does look like there's some new fresh green coming on it, so it is growing. That's not bad.
I'll hold that and then you can look at
Yeah, give me a second here. I'll get the camera to my wife and I'll open the bed. This just opens just like this. Pick it up. Got a little rod to hold it up. And voila, there's all our storage. I'll hold this over here. Over here, my wife has some of her goodies, you know, stuff like that. We do keep some shoes in there, an extra towel. We have way too many shoes, I think. I think we each have 4 pairs of shoes. All her clothes, all my clothes. I have some odds and end movies in here we like to keep. I have my iPad stuck under here. I never use it. I have some extra blankets, towels, laundry detergent, all the necessities. It's very nice having this storage. It really keeps a lot of stuff tucked away and hidden. For a truck camper, it's amazing how much storage we actually do have. And we also have these little access doors here.
More shoes.
More shoes. Got our hammock in there, a collapsible bucket. I do have a hose and stuff. I can access this stuff from the outside, from the rear of the truck as well. So I have one of these on each side. Have a little garbage can over on this side. We have our little shower tent. We have a camp stove, camp fuel. I actually have the tripods for the to pick the truck camper up underneath there. We have our outdoor mat. A table's stored underneath here. So we have all kinds of stuff stored in the side here. So that's kind of how we have things stored. Other than in here, this is where, on the other side here, this is where we have a 10-gallon water tank in here. That's my 2 100 amp hour Windy Nation batteries. They are just tied in there. I actually have a leather belt, strapped them down so they don't bounce around, and I just made a simple little bit of framework. I have a little dust broom in there, and yeah, that seems to be it. This is kind of how we power everything. This is hooked to a power inverter where we can plug our laptop in and everything. I have a 12 volt. This is we plug in for, we have a little 12 volt shower I just have hanging there right now. You know, some USB ports and whatnot. And yeah, that seems to be about, you know, the rundown of where everything is and how it works. Cooking's been pretty easy because we have 3 burners. The propane stove is relatively efficient. I think we've filled the propane tank
Maybe 3.
2 times. We left with a full tank and we filled it twice, so that'd be 3 fills. And they were never fully empty every time.
And we had to use the heat quite a bit
And we've
in Arizona.
Yeah.
Well, when it was cold there.
In Arizona we used the heat a lot. 28 degrees overnight. And we kept it, you know, right about 65 in here. And it's been comfortable. I do have outlets in here, GFCI outlets. But if we're connected to shore power, I could switch to converter and we could use all those outlets, but we're pretty efficient with the solar power, so we don't use it. I do have one other cabinet over here. I have a 30 amp extension cord in there. There's a little fuse block, and that is a Renogy Wanderer solar charge controller. And like, as you can see, 2 green lights blinking. It's in float charge. It never leaves that. Never. So that's about it. Pretty simple, efficient way to camp and stay out on the road. There's a possibility we might actually have an upgrade coming. We'll see about how that goes. Maybe in another video you might see us in something different. But we don't know yet. We'll see. But that's the gist of how everything kind of works out for us. It's not too bad, actually, aside from, you know, if you don't mind showering in a bucket once in a while. This is not such a bad not such a bad place to you know, call home for, you know, short times. The bed's relatively comfortable. It's still the factory mattress that was in here. Sheets never fit it. But what are you gonna do? That's kind of how it is. I will say I switched all the bulbs out. I put LED bulbs, and I could show you just how much they draw. Give me 1 second. Each bulb, this is just with one light working, they draw 0.16 amps or 2.1 watts. That's actually exactly what they said on Amazon when I purchased them, so I'm pretty happy with that. Before I did replace the original vent, I put the little hangs roof vent in here. Cranks open. It does have a little fan. We don't really use it much. We don't necessarily have to. So yeah, that's kind of how we're staying here. First month on the road's been very good. It's treated us well. The dogs are having the time of their lives. You could tell they're always pooped, always tired. Ain't that right, Jackie? You tired? Yeah, he's a good boy. So I guess that's gonna be it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little video on our 1 month review on how everything's been going. If you have any questions, be sure to leave it in the comment section, and I'll get right to answering it as soon as I can. We're actually, with that being said, we're lucky to have service, so we're playing around on YouTube and stuff like that. But be mindful of that. We don't always have service if I don't get back to your question right away. So I hope you enjoyed it, and subscribe to see where we are next, guys. See ya.